When was the last time you thought, hey, if only the city could do this? Dan Munson of Ward 7 is one of those folk who thinks about improving community, and then he shares the ideas with council. Our hats off to Dan this week. Check out his 4 minutes of community building ideas at City Council. We declare Dan this week's 10th council member. Who's next?
All right, Dan Munson, Ward 7. I think our next major Norman Ford art project should be something that complements the Olympics in 2028, possibly an art piece that features women's softball. Speaking of softball, I think we should consider having a girls' camp starting in 2026 that features position camps and batting camps. I believe this should be an annual camp that continues all the way through the Olympics in 2028. This could be a fantastic draw for both U.S. and international guests in Norman. Norman's Safety Town this summer for ages 5 and 6 was fantastic. Our SROs did an amazing job motivating and teaching the 5 and 6-year-olds. This program's been going on in Norman for 48 years. Switching topics, I'd like to see a form-based code for the University North Park area. There was a recent marquee that was built, and if you look at the difference between these two, you'll see that there's no decorative brick. And so I think we need to continue to have the same look at University North Park. Speaking of University North Park, I'm concerned about the maintenance there. I drove through there and I saw a pothole that was 64 inches wide. 64 inches wide, about 6 inches deep. And there was another pothole there that was about 40 inches wide, and this one was about 3 inches deep. And another pothole that was 75 inches. And I don't know how big the potholes need to get before we fix them. I just don't know. I don't know if there's a guideline, but I think 75 inches, that might be hitting the limit there. You know, we're going to have a lot of guests coming in for football games, for OU, graduations. This is a place that they're going to go shop. The city of Norman propped up that area through a TIF, which we funded Legacy Park, and through a Norman Forward project called the YFAC. We've spent over $50 million to make that area of town very valuable. From my perspective, the landowners are not doing their job in maintaining it. I am grateful that they did cut down the diseased trees that I talked about in the last council meeting. And there's some nice stumps there for everyone to look at. That goes along with the trash and the unkept landscaping. The National Night Out is at the Sooner Mall. Here's a picture of the Sooner Mall. This is 1978. You're going to see almost every parking spot taken. If you go to the National Night Out tonight, you will not see this many cars. That's my time.